In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make a rain effect inside Adobe After Effects. Now, before we get into today's tutorial, I did want to mention that I am giving away a free editing t-shirt. If you want to win one of these, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video, and leave a comment down below. Maybe tell me why you want to add a rain effect to your video. And if you're watching this in the future, this is a monthly giveaway, so you can apply for next month's giveaway. Now let's see how to make rain inside Adobe After Effects. So I'm inside Adobe After Effects and I have the stock photo of cloudy forest with a lake, and it'd be really nice to add some rain to this shot. So what we can do is navigate to our Effects and Presets panel. If you don't see this window, you can always go up to Window, Effects and Presets, and we can type in for CC Rainfall. This is the main rain effect simulator, particle simulator inside Adobe After Effects. We can click and drag this to our layer here, and when we click and play this back, you can see that we have some rain, but it's really small. If we zoom in here, you can see that we have rain. But we can play with a lot of the settings here. So I'm going to go through some of the settings that you can adjust with your rain. Now, if we navigate to the Effects Controls panel, you can see that you can animate and change the number of drops. So if you wanted it to be more like a thunderstorm, complete tsunami, you can turn up the drops quite a bit. And it's going to take a lot more power to render out here, but you can add a lot of drops. I'm going to reset that. You can also change the size of the drops, is probably what we want for this scene here. That way it's a little bit thicker. So you can see I made the rain a lot more thicker here. The scene depth is essentially how much depth there is to the rain. You can see as we increase this value, there's more depth between what's in the back of the forest and then front of the camera essentially. And the lower this value, the more flat it becomes. So if we take this all the way down, you can see it's just all kind of bunched together here. Now I'm going to reset this for now. You also have some speed and wind. So if you increase the speed, it'll go faster. If you decrease the speed, it'll go a lot slower. For example, here's what it looks like with 1000% speed. You can see we have some just very slow droplets here. If we reset that value, you can see it's a lot faster. Now you also have the wind, so you can change the wind value. If you click and drag it to the right, you can see that the wind is going to the right. So you can see it's coming off at an angle here. If you go the other way, you can see that it's going to the left. So that's the way you can change the direction of the wind depending which way you want it to go. We're going to reset that there. The variation and spread kind of varies the wind. Let's say if you increase the wind, and for this, what I'm going to do is uncheck composite with original and also toggle transparency grid. That way we can see the rain a little bit better here. So these are two different ways to control the way the wind and the rain interact with each other. If we change up the opacity here, you can kind of see it a little bit more. So let's say if you add some wind to this, and it's going to the bottom right here, you can change the variance in the spread to kind of see how it varies as the rain comes down. So if you want to add some twirl to the wind, spread and variation are a good way to do that. There's of course the color, so we can change the color if you are working on an animation project or you want to colorize your rain. You can choose color. Same thing with opacity. If we twirl down under background reflection, this is how much the background influences the rain itself. So if we make the influence 0, you can see that it's just changing it to the color we set it. Where if we change it up to 100, it's completely relying on the background to show how the rain is being produced here. And specifically, it's looking at the background of the pixels. So it's matching the lighting and how the background image looks and making the rain look like it's part of the scene here. You also have spread width and spread height. So these also change how the rain particles look. Then you have transfer mode, you have composite, and then you have lighten. So when you have composite with original, composite gives it a different type of look. So you can actually see the shadows of the rain, where lighten kind of gives it a lighten effect. And more times than not, this is the one I choose if I'm trying to add rain to my shot. Then you have composite with original, which you've already seen what this does. This doesn't composite with the original, and this composites it to the original. Then you have extras. So if we twirl down extras, you have some appearance options. You can either choose soft solid or refracting. This just changes how the rain is actually looking. So if we zoom in here, depending how this looks in your own project, you can choose one or the other in different situations. Then the offset just offsets the rain. So if you want it to slightly move to the left or right or up and down, you can choose to change that. I'm going to zoom out here. So next you have ground level, so you can choose where the ground is. So if we change it to the left, you can see that we are shifting where the rain ends at. If I uncheck composite with original, you can see this a little bit better here. You can see as I go up, I'm actually cutting it off like a crop effect essentially. And this is coming up from the bottom. So this is helpful. If we check once again composite with original, I can have it end on the lake essentially. So like I can bring this down to the lake right there, and it looks like the rain is hitting the lake and stopping there. You also have embed depth as well. So this is essentially cropping the depth of it. So you can see if we change this down to 1, essentially, you only have the rain that's closest to the camera, where if this is up to 100, you have the entire depth. So this basically cuts out the deepness or the depth of the rain drops. And then you have random seed. So this gives you a different look essentially. Let's say if you didn't like the way this rain looks, you can change the seed value maybe to 1. And this just gives you a different random generation of the particles. So if you didn't like that, you can just change it to another seed. Or maybe if you want different variations, maybe you're making several scenes, you want maybe one rain effect to look this way, one rain effect to look another way. The random seeds is a good way to give you a random different generation of the rain. And that's how you can create rain inside Adobe After Effects. Now, if you want to learn more about After Effects, there's several tutorials on my channel. I will leave one that you might like right up there. Feel free to go check that one out. That does it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.